obviously we got to talk about the thing that because even before this year, right? One of the things that really like got you in the spotlight, which is so dope, is that thing right behind you that you're sitting on, that little logo back there. Yeah, there it is. Yo, like that became the illest meme ever. Like you walking out of the Cyberpunk presentation E3 2018, I believe, or is it 17?
It was 18.
18.
It was 18,
You like that face, like that exuberant face, that like went all around the world, So what was it like, experiencing all that craziness?
Yo, it's been the craziest 2 years since that moment. And again, I got to give that one to Danny, because that actually was a kind of a low point in my life, because I had changed jobs, because I'd taken a new job because they had promised me the freaking world. And then once I got to the job, it was the complete opposite of everything I thought it was going to be, which lesson learned. Never just go for the money, because the money ain't freaking worth it if you're freaking miserable.
They want to take
right?
your soul.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm miserable at the job, absolutely miserable. And I remember booking that appointment for Cyberpunk, and because my job, they weren't being flexible and a lot of stuff, I had to get like a Wednesday night at 6 p.m. appointment to go see it. And I remember Danny and Pete had already seen it before me, like the day before or something. And we agreed. I was like, I won't know nothing. Don't tell me none. I don't know if it's good or bad. Just let me walk in blind and just experience it for myself. Right. So I drive, because I worked in Orange County. So I drive up from Orange County to LA, fighting traffic, get there on time. And I go to the appointment, and I sit in that 45-minute demo, man. And I walk out. I had no clue this was happening. I walk out, and Danny is filming my reaction with PR. And and I just say it, because it's like literally my raw opinion as I walk out. And I said, it's Ghost in the Shell, Cowboy Bebop, and Blade Runner. And we're like laughing or whatever. And he put that video on Twitter, and it freaking blew up. A ton of people was liking it, retweeting it. All the people at CD Projekt Red, it was at E3, they all saw it and they were freaking loving it. And then it just kind of grew from that E3 over the next year, because now, I'm following some of the guys from CD Projekt Red, and we're on Twitter, laughing, joking, da 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 da. So then fast forward to 2019. Now I'm at a new job. I'm happy as hell. I'm good, right? My life is great. But the new job, I had an audit I had to do, right? There's no way I can get out. I had to do it. So I didn't even think I was going to E3 last year, right? Because of this audit. So I booked an appointment for Cyberpunk on the last day of E3, the very last appointment. I was like, if there's any way I can make it, it's going to be that. And then sure enough, it turned out I made it. I was able to make it. So I got up to LA, because I worked down in San Diego. So I drove from San Diego to LA, and I made it to the appointment. And at this point right now, there's this anticipation. Like because I got like devs are like DMing me, hey, you gonna make it? Are you coming? I'm like, yeah. They're like, which one? I was like, I'm gonna be in the last one. And they were like, okay, cool. I'm gonna make sure we're there. So there's like all this anticipation, and I had actually got there early, so I'm hanging out at the meeting room early, talking to some of the devs, all that kind of stuff. It was real cool. And then I sit in the demo, and I'm literally sitting dead center right behind the guy that's doing the demo, right? So I'm watching the demo in 2019. So then when it's over, I'm walking out, and I can hear all this cheering and this clapping. What the hell is that? And I was like, oh shit, is it what I think it is? Because I didn't know. Again, this is Danny. Danny got the entire CD Projekt Red team that was at E3. He got all of them out to literally clap and cheer as I walked out. So when I walk out, that's that meme now. When I walk out and I'm cheering and the whole thing, and then after I was talking to a couple of the devs after. It was incredible, dude. It was easily, it is probably the greatest gaming moment I've ever had. It is. I mean, how, you can't top anything like that. Yeah. Man. And go ahead.
I was gonna say it's funny because that year I was doing, because I was actually in the press room at the end of the hall at the Konami booth, because I just because I was there promoting the Contra game that I did artwork for, and at the end of the day I was just hanging out at the thing, and we hear this thing at the end of the hall, and I was like, oh, so then I peek out, I'm like, oh look, it's Parris.
It was the craziest thing, man. But here's what's even wilder. So I got to go to Gamescom last year, right? and CD Projekt Red is there as well, and they're showing the same demo, same exact one. But it was crazy because now this second video went viral, right? And all these people are seeing it. Yo, I'm in Germany at Gamescom, and I remember I went up to the CD Projekt Red public booth where the public's at. I'm walking up and people are looking at me like they would look at me and double take and look. Like all these people are pointing and like, it's him. It's like all these people knew who I was just from that video. In Germany, it was like, this is the wildest shit ever. It's like, how's this happening? And then even then in Germany, I'm talking to more of the devs and all that stuff. And yeah, it's just been crazy, man. I mean, it's been one of the wildest 2 years. And then, in June, I got to play it, which, I'm so appreciative of them allowing me that opportunity, to be one of the few people that actually got a chance to play the game. So I got to play it for almost 5 hours. And then like, obviously I got the chair and some other stuff. And yeah, man, I mean, it's probably the most openly passionate I've been about something publicly. And at first I was super nervous about doing that because, you know how people are online. They want to say all this crazy stuff. And then honestly, at one point, I knew you could cuss on here. So at one point I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I go, I'm excited about it. I want to be excited about it. People like that I'm excited about it. So why not? Screw it. So, and I just have been ever since, and trust me, when November gets here, man, I'm gone. I'm disappearing. I'm just gonna be playing that game.
You'll be cyberpunked.
But I will say this, just one last thing on the cyberpunk thing. So with me getting the opportunity to play it, I did like a 45-minute hands-on preview of it, and that was probably one of the most nervous moments I ever had, was to hit upload to YouTube, because I didn't know what people would, because I knew there was going to be this anticipation for what I thought of the game, right? Not only from the public, but obviously internally at the studio, because I talk about it so much. But I was super nervous to put it out, because I'm like, is it good enough? Is this terrible? I don't know, and I got that opportunity, and then IGN reached out to me and was like, hey, why don't you co-host our pre and post show for Night City Wire for the first one? So now all of a sudden, not only am I doing that, I'm actually on IGN with that. So there's like all these people, watching, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, just don't say nothing stupid. Just don't do nothing stupid. Just don't screw this up. And then like, obviously the Night City Wire happened, the video goes live, and then all of a sudden I'm getting all these DMs and feedback from people saying how much they really like it. People internally at the studio hitting me up, telling me they really liked it. And because of the site, because I put out 3 different videos around that time for Cyberpunk, because of those 3 videos, my YouTube channel went over 1 million views. Wow. Just off of that. So I don't know. It's just, it's crazy, man. Cause I just think, hey, I'm just a dude that likes the game. I'm just super excited about it. I'm no different than anybody else, but it's been very humbling to see how many people actually cared about my opinion, I guess, and the fact that I wasn't just gushing over the game like, oh, it's the greatest thing ever and has no problems, because the game does have some problems that I talked about during the preview, and they know about it. They're working on it.
Every game does.
Yeah. But I think people appreciated the honesty of it. Like, here's the dude that has unabashedly been loving the game, but even he can be fair about criticizing it, right? And I guess that's probably like the biggest thing I take away from all this stuff that's been happening the last couple of years with all that. But I'm still super excited for it. The game's going to be freaking incredible. Trust me, when you get to play it, it's going to be incredible. But it's not perfect. But like you said, no game's perfect, right?
No.